The champions of Europe, side by side with more than half the champions of the world. And the meeting of Aston Villa and Juventus, the biggest European night so far at Villa Park. Plenty of support for Juventus, and obviously for the home side. And not all the supporters of Juventus have had to cross the channel. The Aston Villa team showing 2 changes compared with last Saturday. Peter Withe, who's been serving a domestic suspension, returns, but they're without Alan Evans, who was booked in the Super Cup match here against Barcelona. So it's a timely return from injury by Des Bremner, who tonight will play in the back 4. The Juventus lineup, including 6 players who played in Italy's victorious side in the World Cup, and the leading player from France, Platini, and from Poland, Boniek. It's a night when chances will be at a premium, and it will be interesting to see how many can be made by this man, Gordon Cowans, a week after making his England debut. Now the West German referee gets the game underway, Walter Eschweiler, who was their referee in the World Cup, with Aston Villa attacking the goal to our right. First challenge came from Cowans, and surely a free kick will be given. The injured player was Platini. Here's Cabrini. Faced by Blair. Bettiger. And a nice turn. Williams with him. Cabrini with the cross. Oh, and a magnificent goal by Paolo Rossi again. The man who scored 6 in the World Cup finals scores a spectacular opener after a really good move down the left side, involving first Bettiger and then Cabrini. And no wonder the Italian supporters are showing their utter delight. It was a lovely turn in the first place by Bettiger. Then he set up Cabrini for the cross, and look at the space that Rossi had coming in on the near post to give Spink no chance. Bremner caught in 2 minds and left nowhere. Norton having to struggle. Williams, the injured player. Promising. This is Morley. Maybe wanted to strike the ball too soon. And he had the opening, but he wasn't prepared to try and get past that man. Mortimer with Morley. Shaw did well to take it. Gentile was kicking out, one might not want to inquire too deeply. Platini. Bettiger. Rossi. Cabrini. With a great deal of freedom once more. Thinking about the shot, and it wasn't a bad one either. He was destined to go inside the near post. Blair. Shaw, followed by Gentile. With waiting in the middle, with Brio at his back. Came away from him quite a lot then. And the whistles come from the Italian supporters. Bremner very nearly played into trouble. Mortimer. No, it asked too much. Brio able to go across and cover. And there's always an extra man to be beaten too. Scirea would have come across if the ball had been pushed through. Gibson very much an attacker. Mortimer. Morley. And Bonini thought about it and didn't. Well played by Zoff. Giovanni Trapattoni, the coach we just saw then of Juventus, on the right. Now Blair. Now Morley. Withe in the middle, Shaw in the middle. Here's Shaw, it's a useful turn, but he can't get the stab in. And the referee looking from some distance away as Shaw turns and appeals for a penalty for a push as he was bundled over in his efforts to get the ball. But the referee probably saw that as evens, and he could well have been right. A corner is all that Villa get. Shaw waits in the 6-yard area alongside Gentile. McNaught can't get to the ball. Came down to Blair. And it's a goal kick. But Villa needing something to get them back into this match, and Shaw was hoping he might have got something here. It was a turnaround. Bonini. Was that a genuine attempt to get the ball? I must say, in my opinion, it was. Aston Villa bringing on Eamon Deasy in place of the injured Gary Williams. So very little going right for Aston Villa, who started without one key defender and have now lost another. Cabrini. Bettiger. He was rather looking for it, but it was a free kick. Platini. Curled away. How deep Tony Morley is to start things off again. Here's Cowans. Gibson. Scirea won it, and the free kick has been given as the referee says that Mortimer backed into him. Bettiger and Rossi forward for Zoff to find. Drops into midfield. Blair. Cowans. McNaught. Bremner. Every Italian behind the ball. And Villa just not looking like finding a way through. And the home side will not be sorry when half-time comes and it's only seconds away. Cabrini. McNaught. DC. Challenge was from Bettiger. And the stripes are all behind the ball again. Bounce was a bit unkind to Mortimer. Platini. Rossi. Boniek. Cowans. Challenge by Bonini, who puts himself around. He's very much the workhorse of the midfield, the number 4. He's coming across again to deny Gibson, but at the expense of a corner. And there will not be time for the corner. And we come to the end of a half in which the champions of England have really looked a shadow of their real selves. And Juventus, scoring through Rossi, number 9, in 40 seconds, have shown a great deal of their quality. Aston Villa have scored in every home game this season so far. That's a record which will have to be maintained, surely, if they're to hang on to the European Cup. There's Gary Shaw, who scored 5 times in European competition. He's now equal with Rossi as the top scorer in the tournament. Explanation from Mr. Eschweiler. Cowans. DC. Gentile just making sure that Morley didn't make a quick run in. Has to be the most ill-named footballer around. Blair. A silly trick by Bonini. Was quite needless. There was a defender there about to challenge, and he just put a foot in and sent Blair tumbling. The kick is taken. McNaught is at the back of the far post. Blair was taken with some hurry and had to be. I'm feeling very much that if Villa could find a goal of whatever quality, the whole atmosphere and style of the match would change. Bremner with the header. Boniek. Blair. With Mortimer, Shaw. Morley, good challenge. Platini, Bonini. A little bit of jumping going on. Morley, good challenge by Scirea, but Cowans. Gibson calling for it this side, number 3. Everything right of him. Oh, that's a fine try! And a super goal by Gordon Cowans. 54 minutes, and Gordon Cowans brings Villa Park to life. The Italians were conscious of the head of Peter Withe, and Cowans appeared in front of Withe. It's going for Withe now, in comes Cowans, and it was a lovely goal. So England's new man has given his club side new hope. Bettiger. Boniek, nicked away by Gibson. Morley to the right of Mortimer, the other way is Withe. Pass was rather hit at him and the back of him too. DC. And still. Mortimer looking for Shaw. Oh, that's a good save. Came in fact between Shaw and Withe. And Zoff had to stretch to deny it, finding Withe. Booze because the ball was kicked away. Cowans. Brio. DC. Shaw. Blair. DC. Bremner. Happier on that right side, Bremner. But the impetus has gone, for a moment at least, from Aston Villa. Oh dear, Bettiger made so much of that. If he can be flattened that much by a player of the build of Cowans, then he must be getting on a bit. Here's Boniek. DC for company has followed him across, but he got a push in first, surely. Boniek. Bonini. Boniek. Bettiger makes the forward run. Away by Bremner. Tardelli. Beautifully chipped up. Bonini. Boniek. Rossi. Boniek. Unable to control it going through. I'm not sure if the pass wasn't intended anyway for Bettiger. Blair. Withe comes away from his man. Shaw. Met by Tardelli. Withe. Mortimer. Q of 3 on the far post. Mortimer is forward as well. Q's come across to the near. They can move away because the referee says goal kick. Yes, the referee's quite right. It was a push by DC. Still no sign of movement on the Villa bench. And here's Rossi! And he was pushed onto the far post. And Villa escaped. They went to sleep then, and they were indebted to Nigel Spink for a really good save. Bit of good fortune for the goalkeeper, as Rossi thought that he'd sealed the tie. Bonini. Shaw. Villa seemed to go to sleep from the free kick. And this was hit very hard by Rossi. And the parry took it up onto the woodwork and away. And Nigel Spink, who came into the final last year for his first taste of the European Cup, keeps the holders in contention still. Rossi. Long for Boniek. Blair got in the way. Oh well. Cabrini. That's a lovely ball by Platini and Boniek! Oh, what a marvellous goal. The two foreigners, who it is said have found it difficult to settle to Italian football, contrive a second goal for Juventus with just 7 minutes of this first leg remaining. It was quite superbly played through first time with the outside of the right boot and finished with a rasping shot that gave Spink no earthly chance. Blair. Cowans. And the free kick has been given to Aston Villa. And Boniek, the scorer, suddenly becomes Boniek the offender. And just a sign of remorse. Four to run from the near side as we look. Blair. Interesting punch, and there's some distance from Zoff. Gibson. McNaught. Met by Gentile. Blair. Bremner. That's the chase for Boniek. But it been beat all by Nigel Spink. And they're all waiting for it to be returned. McNaught tries around the ground. Juve. Withe, so easily seen by Platini. Rossi. This side is Boniek. Doesn't matter what he does it with such supreme confidence. Bremner. Shaw running on, but no one there to apply the finishing touch. Cowans. As we move into the last minute. DC. Morley is down the touchline. Really haven't seen very much of Morley. Withe has been mastered in the air. Shaw has suffered as a result. It's one of the few occasions that Withe has won it. Boniek. DC. Under pressure from Bettiger. Mortimer. Gibson to his left. Shaw with the other way. The seconds running out. The referee looks at his watch. And half-hearted appeals. But the whistle which blows is the final whistle. And Juventus have gained a 2-1 victory from this first leg. Their opening goal by Rossi after only 40 seconds, and it took really Villa all the first half and a little bit of the second to recover. Boniek getting their second, with Gordon Cowans suggesting a Villa comeback, which in the end died. It would be wrong to write off their chances. They still have a hold on the European Cup, albeit a tenuous one. What one can say in all simplicity is that Aston Villa will need to produce their best performance so far in European football if they are to retain the European Cup. And they go to play Juventus in Turin.